Now, confirmation bias. We've all experienced this. Thanksgiving, some crazy uncle, right? No matter what you say, that person knows and knows and knows, and everything they know becomes more of the right thing. And it's this echo chamber of what's going on because everything that they hear, that's what they want to hear. It confirms it even further. And there's an unbreakable cycle that they have. So once we believe something, we favor information that confirms it and dismiss anything that contradicts it. So you think your roommate is lazy. So when they leave one dish in the sink, it confirms your belief. Just think about that for a minute. We think somebody is something. So once they do one thing, that confirms it. We're good to go. We got it. Checkbox. I got it. Right? If we didn't believe them, that thing about someone, in this case, the roommate leaving the dish, if we didn't believe that they were lazy and they left the dish, we wouldn't even think about it. Right? So that confirmation bias is really powerful. So the example is if that person cleaned all morning, but you already have that bias against them, they left one dish, we ignore, we dismiss the cleaning for the day. All right, so personal life. How can you use confirmation bias? Well, let's say that you think you're bad at relationship management. It's a polite way to say you suck in a relationship, right? So that's what you think. And so maybe if something happens, you're just, confirming that. Something else happens, you're further confirming that. And you're in this cycle. And if there's some good things without stopping, breaking this pattern, without that, you don't see them, you don't notice them, you're dismissing them offhand, readily dismissing them. All right, so what you can do is start logging things that you do well. And so what's going to happen is you log the things you do well, you see the things that you do well, and you're going to retrain that bias to favor that. So all of a sudden, you can be more positive about it. Say, I don't have to beat myself up on this because I do things well. And we don't want to get lost in that cycle of constantly saying, I don't, because of that confirmation bias. Okay, so let's take a work example, and there's a conflict in a team, right? I'm always careful with the word conflict because, I teach teams in collaboration, and conflict is a powerful, awesome, amazing thing. It opens us up for growth, right? So let's keep that in mind when we're going to talk about confirmation bias. So you have some kind of conflict in the team. They don't agree on a path forward, right? So what you have them do is argue the opposite. Say, okay, you think we should go down path A, you think we should go down path B. Let's really get this out in the open. You argue this person's stance and you argue that person's stance. The moment that they do that, they're forced to screeching halt. Everything stops. They're forced to really look at it from the other perspective, and they can break out of that confirmation bias shell. I've seen this happen. So in teams and collaboration, I have groups in the class. I have 4, 5, 6 groups, depending on the size of the class, every single semester after semester after semester. And they're all have to do projects in class and then outside of class. But all the in-class ones, I'm there. I get to see them. And I, listen. And I'll go over and talk to them. And I'll see the conflict. And I'll go do that. I'm like, okay, so you think you should, get together for the, for the final group project. 2 times you think you don't need to get together at all. You're just going to do it through some group chat. And then I'm like, you know what? And I ask them to argue the opposite of what they believe. And it's really interesting because even if they really truly believe that their way is better, once they're forced publicly that they have to come up with something logical for the argument that goes against what they intended, it kind of falls into place. And all of a sudden they understand, and you have a greater understanding, which leads to, of course, a more comprehensive and collaborative solution, which is what we want to get at. Anyway, so we dismiss things that contradict us. So let's flip the script.